Hi there, my name's Dave and welcome to part 2 of how I mix the skin tones for Will Smith's portrait. Now with this video I will be doing real-time footage here and there, so be sure to watch it till the end so you don't miss any of the tips. So let's take a look. Carrying on from the previous video, you can see I'm just blocking in, just building up the colours in preparation for the final coats. Here you can see me putting the blue over the orange to create the shadow. So again using the complementary colours, so if it was more towards the red you use the green, more towards the yellow you use purple, more towards orange you'd use blue. Here I'm putting more white in first, so what I'm doing is building up the structure by using white underneath, because you have to do it slightly lighter than what you really need, because then when you go over them with the colours, this light will shine through and then it will give more, it'll glow more, it'll have more sort of vibrance. It's a case of being patient and waiting for these layers to build up. It always looks a bit weird to start with, it don't look right. You just have to be patient and know that it'll work out in the end. So I'm using a pencil here colour that is similar to what colour I'm looking for, then going over the top with other colours and mixing them together just to get the right shade. Being very light with how much pastel I put on. You can see here what I'm doing with the white. I'm creating a texture by just very lightly going across the surface. Because it's like a sanded board, it's picking up a bit of pastel here and there and it's creating a texture. So then when you go over this with red, blue and yellow as primary colours, it will actually make it more realistic. So you have to make it lighter than what you actually need, so 2 shades lighter, and then when you go over this white with red, blue and yellow, and sometimes the secondary colours to lessen the vibrance of these colours, it just gives it a more sense of reality, a more real feel into it. So basically you just keep going over it, and if the colour's not right, you go over again with white, and then you keep doing the process until it gets right, and all the subtleties build up, and layer after layer after layer, and it tends to, you shine through all these different layers. So it's a case of being patient. I'm thinking ahead as well, because you don't want to go too dark to start with. Now I'm speeding it up a little bit because it can get a bit tedious watching it real time. Always checking, because I've done this freestyle, I'm forever checking, making sure everything's correct. I use my pencil horizontal and vertical just to see everything's okay. Here we are, look, we just line it up against there and then look on the reference just to make sure that the point is correct. similar to what I always do, is just to go over with white first, get the basic structure of where the height of the hair falls, and then later on you'll see me go over with colour again. Making sure the darks are really dark. I use brown and purple for this, and occasionally a little bit of black if I need to. Best to keep your pencils sharp as well while you're doing these details. And in the shadows there I'm using purple again and brown. If you can't get the brown, it's best not to put black in the flesh though, really. Alright for eyelashes and pupils and hair, because we've got black hair obviously, but I won't tend to put black in the skin. I'll just try and do it with purple and brown for the shadows. If you feel like you're getting value from this video, why not subscribe? It's absolutely free, and then you're sure not to miss any of my future videos. When you sharpen the pencils, just use the thumb and push through with the blade. That's the safest way of doing it, a little bit at a time, until you've got enough pastel showing, and then just chamfer it to a point. Sometimes you don't need to do that and just chamfer. So I find this is the best way of sharpening pencils. So again, same as the eyebrows, just shaping it all up with a white pencil, and then going over them with red, blue and yellow, and the primer colours and the secondary colours. Sometimes I use a really rich colour underneath the colour I put on, so that rich colour shines through, makes it glow even more. So if you can, if something's really glowing, just put a really pencil close to the colour in first, and then just glaze on top with the other colours, the primer colours. You've really got to get them darks in dark as well, because you don't get that 3D look if you don't. So you've really got to try and put that the darkest of the darks in, and then the lights, and then you've got more chance of getting the colours in between correct. What I did with this, I mixed a bit of background colour in with the black, so it sort of melts in with it. So it was a good idea. Now again I'm mixing the colours on the surface, red, blue and yellow, because you can never find a pastel pencil the right shade, but this way you can actually more or less colour in any shade really by just mixing on the board. What I did basically was find a grey which is a similar colour, then go over red, blue and yellow, and using the lemon yellow to freshen things up. Sometimes that works. Surprising bit of lemon yellow way it does. I find the best thing to blend the colours together is your finger, so I tend to just use that. Sometimes I can use a cotton bud or maybe paper stump, but generally I use my finger. And also blending with the pencil itself by putting colour on top of colour. A good way of, if you've put a colour down and it's wrong, make it a grey. So if it's a green, put a red to it and then white and it's grey, and then you can add any other colour on top of it. So make it a neutral colour and then change the colour again, rather than rubbing it out or raising it. So that's a tip for you. So if you needed to change anything, make it a grey and then change it to whatever colour you want then. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, and if you can leave a message and let me know how you feel about it and how I can improve, or what videos you feel that I ought to do for you, please do so, and thank you very much. Take care. Thanks for watching.